All right, let's talk about it. This subject that just recently, this trend that just recently popped up from out of nowhere about gingers. Ever since I readied the phone to record video, my radar detector started going off, and I take that as a sign. More than just a sign, but more like a warning. I think the ones that are sincere about this are setting themselves up for a responsibility that they're not quite willing to handle or be accountable for. Let me explain. I think I could compare this to religion. As a matter of fact, I know I can. And I'm going to do this before it goes any further because I don't think the people that are involved with hyping this up, let's call it for what it is, they haven't thought it through, and they don't have an ability to see this through to the end. Just like Christianity, it was very, well, I can't say it like that. I can't start it off saying it like that. But if you follow what I'm following, you understand what I'm saying. At this point in time, you can understand exactly how I'm going to put this. In relation to us, Christianity had a very powerful effect. And it was rooted in a time of where belief in something and anything to do with the unknown or a fantasy or imagination ruled. That's pretty much it. And unknowing. The ability to woo someone. That's the power of Christianity. That's what it had. But see, now we're coming out of that time period. We've been coming out of that time period where that belief without question had a hold on people. We're coming out of that time. We're out of that time now. For most of us, we are out of it. Some are still stuck in it because that's all they know. They're not willing to change, or just, I don't know. It's just a group of people that are still like that. Now, what I'm saying is, the people that are involved in hyping this up, they haven't thought it through to the end. And I say that to say this. The responsibility of maintaining this narrative is one that I don't think they're willing to, they haven't thought it through. The seriousness of it and the repercussions. Because I think that because of the way Christianity sort of let a lot of people down, and I'm not saying that to say that it. Let me just go ahead and say it. If you misunderstand it, you just misunderstand it. You have to see it. You have to see it through to understand what I'm trying to say. The way that Christianity let followers down, and I wouldn't say the Christianity teachings itself let people down. The people that were involved in hyping it up let people down, because it was based on a mix of truth and lies. And when the lies started to come out, because we're in different times now, which only it was I put it this way, it wasn't meant to last. So this hyping up right now of gingers in a time of truth, and it's starting off with no actual truth. It's just a hype right now. And if I say that and just leave it at that, that pretty much kills it all the way through. But I wanted to go a little bit further and say that they haven't thought it through because it's something that's going to be said today, and tomorrow it's going to be let go of. It's probably going to just disappear, dissipate, and that's going to let a lot of people down. And what happened with I would say, the African American community when they were let down by those people that were doing those teachings? Follow what I'm saying? When they weren't fully accepted, when they thought that they were loved, but the people that were actually doing the teachings, they were moving about their own business, doing their own thing, and not really caring, and wondering why you had this person over your shoulder that doesn't look like you, that was just tapping on your shoulder all the time, give me attention, give me attention, give me attention. But they weren't interested. See, it's kind of the same thing I'm trying to say here. The people that are hyping this up are not thinking it through. You're going to let a group of people down because you didn't think it through. You didn't maintain it. You will not maintain it because your idea of this has no thought through. It has no thought through. It started off with no basis, and it's something that it's a huge responsibility to carry on our shoulders. And not all of us are going to be willing to carry that responsibility at a time of truth that we're going through, that we are transitioning into. And you're going to let a lot of group of people down. And they're going to be mad at you. They're not going to be mad at all of us. They're going to be mad at, maybe, I don't know if they're going to try to take it out on all of us and get mad at us, but it's going to have a repercussion. It's going to have a repercussion of some kind. Or a feeling of being, there's going to be some disappointment. There's going to be some disappointment. Because the people that have started this to hype it up, I believe those people are, and this is one of the things I was thinking of before I started the recording, they want friends. They just want friends. They're just the type of people that they probably have their home with their windows unblocked at night. You know, the shades are open, the front door, the glass is visible, all the lights are on. Anybody can look into their house. You know, they're just outwardly don't give a damn who's looking at them because they just want attention. And it's most likely the type of person that most people wouldn't pay attention to. They're attention seekers. They're attention seekers. That's the kind of people that I believe that are hyping this up. Attention seekers. And that type of attention seeking bears a load of responsibility. They haven't thought this through. That's what it does. And I believe that a lot of us need to address the situation in that manner. And we need to, in a way, make a statement, and I'll do this now, that this is not the idea and opinion of the collective or the diaspora, but only a few that are seeking attention, but it doesn't represent us all. That particular statement needs to be made right now at this time, so that this doesn't get carried away to the point where we feel like there's an infiltration when we should be gatekeeping right now. We are not in a position where we're all authoritative and we can pick and choose who we can let in right now. Because everyone is not woke the way they should be. There's an awakening happening. There are many of us that are woke. And I don't think this is the point in time in which we can turn around and say, okay, you can come over. It's not that time. And these opinions that some of us in our community that are making do not represent us all. So I just want to say that anyone who is a ginger, keep in mind that this is something that's coming from people that want attention. And they're going to disappoint you because their interest may change, or they may, more likely, because they are of our collective, will change and put their attention on something else. It'll be like what we're calling it, a trend. I'm not saying that to disappoint, which it may be disappointing. There's some of us that are, I'll put it to you nicely this way, there's some of us that do in some kind of way feel like your particular group, yes, we kind of, think you're kind of, not, I wouldn't say cool, but identify, like some of the people have said, that you've had some type of hardships of going through things, but that doesn't make us the same, because we cannot ignore the historical fact of everything that's going on right now. We're just not that far enough gone into things, into the future, that we can turn around and pick and choose who we can let in right now. So at this moment, at this point in time, this day and time, take it for what it is. But don't be too disappointed when those attention seekers kind of fall off a little bit. It's just, I'll put it this way, slow your roll on both sides. The attention seekers and the ones that are, that's very, that's kind of disappointing about the way I'll put that. But, yeah, like you just heard the radio just say just now, a lot of us are feeling like they were letting in. No, not right now. Not right now. We're not in that position. There's just too much right now. And see, if I'm going back and forth on this, just don't be disappointed when some of those attention seekers kind of fall off a little bit. That's all I got to say. I know I'm kind of going in circles a little bit, trying to talk over the radio and being distracted by it. But this thing is not going to really spread among us. Don't expect that. I just kind of want you to kind of, I don't know, man, ladies. It's a trend right now. Don't get too excited. It's a trend. Thanks for watching.